By the early 1990s, Donald Trump's empire was collapsing. His casinos were bankrupt, his marriage was splashed across the tabloids, and his fortune was in the hands of bankers. But instead of disappearing, Trump discovered something. He didn't need to be successful, he just needed to look successful. From the ashes of failure, he reinvented himself as a playboy, a celebrity, and eventually a reality TV star. And in that reinvention, he moved into darker circles, including his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Trump Tower still glittered on Fifth Avenue, but behind the facade, Trump was drowning. Between 1991 and 1992, Trump filed bankruptcies on the Taj Mahal Casino, Trump Castle, and the Plaza Hotel. His debt climbed into the millions. For the first time, bankers told Trump how much he could spend each month, putting him on an allowance. Trump had gone from being painted as a king of New York real estate to a punchline. And as his business collapsed, his private life became a public spectacle. His affair with Marla Maples ended his marriage to Ivana Trump in one of the most infamous divorces of the decade. In the 1990s, Donald Trump was building a reputation for himself as a ladies' man. Gone were the days where he was known as the real estate mogul of New York. A man who was the darling of the 80s is now seen in the 90s as a man in trouble. Trouble started when Trump started cheating on Ivana Trump with aspiring actress Marla Maples. After an ugly falling out, Donald and Ivana divorced in 1992, with some reports that Ivana got millions from the split. The New York Post headline screamed, "The best sex I ever had." It was humiliating, but Trump learned something important. Attention was power. Even humiliation could keep him in the spotlight. No longer respected as a businessman, Trump leaned into a new identity, the Playboy billionaire. Throughout the late 80s and 90s, he was a fixture of nightclubs, boxing matches, fashion shows, and gossip columns. Always with a model or actress on his arm, always photographed, always smiling for the cameras. Trump wasn't the king of real estate anymore. He was the star of his own tabloid soap opera. And in this new world of parties and celebrities, Trump grew close to Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein lived in a mansion in Palm Beach, just a few miles from Mar-a-Lago. The two traveled in the same social circles, exclusive parties in New York and Palm Beach, where they were photographed together, laughing, surrounded by women. In 2002, Trump told New York Magazine, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." What he had said wasn't a warning, it was a praise. Virginia Giuffre later said she was first approached while working at Mar-a-Lago's spa. Epstein himself described Trump as charming, fun, and a serial cheat. Trump knew Epstein, he praised Epstein, and he partied with Epstein. The record is clear. By the early 2000s, Trump was desperate for a comeback. That's when British TV producer Mark Burnett came calling. Fresh off the hit show Survivor, Burnett wanted a reality series about business. Trump saw his chance. He pitched himself as the ultimate mogul, the boss who could make or break careers. NBC executives didn't check his bankruptcies or his debts. They saw ratings. And in 2004, The Apprentice premiered. Each week, millions turned in to watch Trump sit in a gold-trimmed boardroom, pointing his finger and declaring, "You're fired." The businessman on TV was a character, but for millions of Americans, it was real.
I sort of love and hate him at the same time. I mean, I think he has, a monumental ego.
He comes off as being very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Arrogant?
Yeah, he's arrogant.
I like him.
You
The
do?
man's got it made. Got everything.
Television wasn't enough. Trump also bought the Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA pageants. On stage, he stood next to women from around the globe, reinforcing his image of power and glamour. Behind the scenes, he bragged about walking into dressing rooms unannounced. Years later, contestants confirmed his behavior.
It's like, is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that. And I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it.
They're like
everything
doctors.
is good.
The pageants gave him international exposure, TV deals, and business contracts. But they also gave him something else, a steady pipeline of young women, and a stage to sell the fantasy that Donald Trump was larger than life. From bankruptcy to scandal, from Epstein's mansion to NBC's boardroom, Trump reinvented himself. The truth was simple. The businessman on television was a lie. But it was a lie that worked. It kept him famous. It kept him relevant. And soon, that fame became a weapon. The stage was about to get bigger than television, bigger than beauty pageants. The stage was the presidency.